Great greed leads to great loss. In a village called Siruvapuri, there lived two brothers. The younger brother, Madasami, was poor, while the elder brother, Perasami, was rich. Though Perasami behaved kindly with neighbors and relatives, he completely ignored his own younger brother. He feared that if he showed affection, Madasami might come asking for help often. But in truth, Madasami had never asked him for much. That year, the rains failed, and there was no harvest. Madasami's family suffered greatly in poverty. The villagers arranged a festival to pray for rain. Madasami's wife worried because they had nothing at home to offer the deity. She said, "Yesterday I saw your brother sacrifice a goat for the festival. Please go and ask him for a little meat." Though unwilling, Madasami went to his brother's house because he did not want to upset his wife. He said sadly, "Brother, if you could give me a little meat for the festival offering, it would help us. There is no one else in this village who would lend us anything." Perasami frowned angrily, picked up a goat leg, threw it into his hands, and said sarcastically, "Take this and go to the forest. Ask the forest god Karupanasami for help instead." Madasami walked away thinking, "My brother did not give this to me. He gave it for Karupanasami, so I should take it to him." He went toward the forest. Along the way, he met some woodcutters and asked where the hut of Karupanasami was. They showed him the path and warned him, "If Karupanasami offers you silver, refuse it. If he offers you gold, refuse that too. Ask only for his magic grinding stone." Madasami thanked them and continued. After a long journey, he reached a hut where the forest deity Karupanasami sat inside. The deity said, "Many people promise to give me gifts, but very few actually bring me anything. Have you brought something for me?" Madasami respectfully offered the goat leg. Karupanasami became delighted. "It has been so long since I ate meat," he exclaimed, and happily ate it. Then he said, "I must reward you. Take these handfuls of silver." "I do not want silver," replied Madasami. Karupanasami then offered him gold, but Madasami refused again. Confused, the deity asked, "Then what do you want?" "I want your magic grinding stone," Madasami answered. Karupanasami begged him to ask for something else, but Madasami insisted. Finally, the deity agreed. "This is no ordinary grinding stone," he explained. "If you tell it to grind, it will give you anything you ask for. When you want it to stop, tap it and say, 'Enough, stop grinding.'" Madasami thanked him and returned home. That night, heavy rain and strong winds made his journey difficult. By the time he reached home, dawn had broken. His worried wife cried, "You left yesterday and only now returned. I feared something terrible had happened to you." Madasami smiled and placed the grinding stone before her. Then he said, "Oh, magic stone, grind and give us food for the festival." Immediately, the stone began to spin. Rice, grains, sugar, meat, fish, and all kinds of food ingredients poured out endlessly. His wife filled sacks and pots with the supplies. Finally, Madasami tapped the stone and said, "Enough! Stop grinding!" Instantly, it stopped. Their family celebrated the festival grandly, better than anyone else in the village. Soon, their life became prosperous. They had clothes, food, cattle feed, and everything they needed. One day, Madasami asked the stone for cottonseed, oil cake, and grass for his cows. The stone produced them abundantly. At that moment, Perasami's servant was passing by with his cattle. The cows stopped and began eating the rich feed near Madasami's house. Seeing this, Perasami shouted, "Take our cows away! They are eating garbage!" The servant replied, "No, master. This is excellent cattle feed." Perasami became suspicious and curious. He went to Madasami's house and asked how he had suddenly become rich. Madasami honestly explained everything about Karupanasami and the magic grinding stone. Perasami eagerly asked to see how it worked. Madasami demonstrated by asking the stone for sweets and delicious foods. Instantly, the stone poured out endless dishes and delicacies. Perasami's eyes widened in amazement. "Sell this stone to me," he begged. Madasami refused. Perasami offered huge amounts of money, but Madasami still said no. Then Perasami argued, "Wasn't it my goat leg that got you this stone? You should at least lend it to me for some time." After thinking for a while, Madasami agreed and lent him the stone. But Perasami forgot to ask how to stop it. It was summer, the season for salting and preserving fish and pickles. Perasami took the stone on a boat into the sea to catch fish. When he began drinking the gruel his wife had packed, he realized she had forgotten to add salt. Excitedly, he placed the grinding stone before him and said, "Oh, magic stone! Grind and give me salt." Immediately, the stone began pouring out pure white salt. Perasami became thrilled. "I can preserve fish and even sell salt itself for huge profits," he thought greedily. As he dreamed of becoming richer, the boat slowly filled with salt. Still, he kept shouting, "Grind more! Don't stop!" The boat became heavier and heavier until it started sinking into the sea. Water rushed inside. Only then did Perasami panic. "Stop grinding!" he screamed. But the stone continued grinding endlessly. He tried to throw it overboard, but the mountain of salt on top of it made it impossible to move. Terrified, he cried for help, but no one was there to save him. Finally, the overloaded boat sank into the sea, dragging Perasami down with it. Thus, Perasami lost his life because of his greed. Moral: greed can destroy even the wealthiest person, while kindness and contentment bring true prosperity.